Pasadena has this look for guys,
What is it?
and it's like
Gay.
it's kind of gay.
They
It's kind of like
everybody looks the same.
misshaped. They look
No.
like a bunch of guys who wear Affliction shirts.
Mm.
You know,
Well, that's not
like-
far off. I mean,
Because Affliction, for one, is just
I
a
remember.
stupid fucking shirt.
yeah. I remember.
The company is just gay. And not in a homophobic
course.
way.
In
Just
a gay, like, you're
fucking
gay, yeah.
that is gay, dude. It's fucking glossy, glittery. You're confused kind of way.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of If This Doesn't Work, I Will Literally Kill Myself. This is Jackson K. K and Jax.
Hello.
What's up? Jax, can you get that mic further away from you? The whole thing moves. Yeah, you can pull it towards you. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
I like it.
Try to get it. Yeah. If we can. So yeah, what's up with you guys? What's going on with you? Not much. You guys watching goat fucking documentaries?
Pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah.
She was.
I'm big on documentaries.
It was interesting. No, we just got back from Bike Week, so that was pretty cool.
In Ocean City?
Survived.
How was that?
It was good.
It's good.
We were able to kind of pop up and guest bartend there. Saw a lot of familiar faces.
At places or at like pop-ups?
I worked out at an Oasis all weekend, so
Okay.
that's pretty much a circus.
Right.
That was
He was at the tavern.
the tavern. So,
And now, do you know the people there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
able
good
to
friends of ours,
just
yeah.
pick up, go out. Yeah, that's nice.
yeah, it
It's
wasn't.
gotta feel free too.
It's a good feeling when people want you to work, knowing that you're good at it.
Knowing you're competent.
Right. Rather than, working for someone who's kind of the opposite.
Yeah,
Just
you gotta
a
prove yourself and shit.
situation With, I wasn't put on the schedule where I'm at in Baltimore, so I said, fuck it, I'll go to Bike Week too.
And you'll probably make more money in Bike Week, no?
I did. I made actually what I spent because I had
Well.
a 90-mile-an-hour front flat tire. Saved the bike.
On your
saved me.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured
And,
that.
yeah, it was-
Every time I see your Instagram, you just
It's
ride a
literally
bike.
what you don't want. You want the rear flat if you're gonna get a flat. The front flat is.
So. Do you know how you get it? Or at that point, who gives a fuck?
I
You're
knew
just stealing it?
because we must have ran over something. That really we just didn't notice. It wasn't like had we seen a patch of some fucked up shit, we would have avoided it.
You say we.
It was me, my boy Bobby, Kyle, and Lee heading to her, and it happened at the turn.
So it's kinda your fault.
Where
Yeah,
she
he
was.
almost died. He
Yeah,
almost
it's
died
kinda
to come
your
see
fault.
me.
Did you ride it
And my
out?
phone died, so I'm like, everyone, call my wife right now because I can't.
I'm freaking the fuck out.
And
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So are you in the front, middle, back?
I was leading.
Okay.
Yeah. And I went to turn, like, just kind of go like that, and it was super tight. And so I pushed, and it wobbled, and that's when I just kind of grabbed it and tore the ligaments in my forearms
For
while
real?
I braked, trying to get to the side. Yeah, the bike did not want me
It's
on
on
it.
video.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got like a
it's,
chin camera. and-
Yeah,
I was like,
Damn.
I don't want to see it.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sketchy. You didn't.
Made
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't even know how you don't come off the
rode
bike.
enough. I knew what to do.
Yeah, you grew up riding
Yeah, pretty much my whole life.
dirt
yeah.
bikes and shit first.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You still ride dirt bikes?
No.
Yeah.
Well, if I had one.
Right.
I mean, I have everything but one, I guess.
Yeah. What's your favorite bike that you ride?
The BMW S1000 for sure.
Smooth.
Easy
Easy.
to do anything.
Well, I was about to say you don't ride it easy, so
No,
like
yeah.
so it's easy to do what you do, which is like
yeah.
not easy riding. You're like
Yeah.
you're going.
Yeah. It's all legal.
Yeah, well, of
Stuff.
course you would never break the law, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
break the law
No,
around
no,
here.
no, we don't break the law.
support stuff like that.
Yeah. Cops
We're
are
definitely big on the law around here. Yeah, his social media is just him like doing a wheelie not 24 hours a
okay.
day.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
shit's
probably take
crazy.
my face off there.
Well, the wheelies, I think, like you said, nothing wrong with a wheelie, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, right?
No, wheelers are cool. It's just fucking. I don't know. I'm scared when I see people doing it. I see little kids doing it with little bikes. When you're on a motorcycle, dude, I'm
The
like,
kids
oh,
ask
fuck,
him to do
dude.
them now in
Yeah,
the
they
neighborhood.
do,
They'll see
yeah.
him
Oh, I
coming,
bet.
they'll be like,
I'm like,
I do that shit when I see a bike. I'm like, fucking get it up.
Dude, that's fine. That's like the new.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, but way cooler.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even want to do it, man. I'm just like, all right. I mean, for the
Yeah.
kids, obviously, and then I'll look at the mom in the car first. Like this happened one time leaving the gym, and I'm like thinking about jetting down Baltimore, I-95, just hitting the highway for a bit. I pull up to the light next to Rofo, heading east. Car comes next to me. It's at night, a lot of cars, and I'm like, look over. The kid's like, "Can you wheelie?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah.
And the mom's like, "Will you for him?" And I'm like,
There's no way you could say no, right?
looking
It's like,
around
what the fuck,
like,
the kid and the
hold
mom are
on.
like, come on, do
I'm
the
like,
thing. You're like, I'll do the
well,
fucking
it's nighttime too, so I can't really make out what cars are cops.
Sure.
Or any around me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking around,
that
trying
would
to figure
really
that out.
suck if you just like failed.
There
miserably.
wasn't.
like,
Yeah.
right then and there.
Ruin the
Pulled
kid.
one for him.
Traumatize them.
I could see him freaking out, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Made it
cool.
worth it.
Peace.
You're
Yeah.
a horrible influence.
I'm all right.
I'm all right. You guys are like a power couple, huh? How long you guys been together? You guys been together for a long time?
Feels like forever, but 6 years married.
Almost
for
6 years is forever. You guys
Yeah.
are married?
Yeah.
Holy
we're
shit.
Married for 3.
Damn.
So.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You guys both sound so excited.
It hasn't
Yeah.
been easy,
Mhm.
especially this last year.
Well,
It's
I don't
been
think they're supposed to be.
fair
You know?
share of
It's been
ups and
definitely a
downs.
tough
Can we
year
get this
for
closer
us.
to you?
Sure.
Thank you.
This
Yeah,
is
I'll
like
bring it
a.
to you. Yeah, bring it right to you. You want to close?
It's definitely been a tough year for us mentally, and just losing our bar did an emotional toll on both of us.
You're probably trauma bonded though.
That's
For,
what I'm
like for
thinking.
real, like
I think that's why we're still here, still
Right,
together.
yes.
'cause
Yeah, it's like-
No one else
definitely
could
give each other a
possibly
lot of shit.
understand all
Yeah.
the shit that
it's
we've
trauma
been through.
bonding, you know. My
Um,
therapist says that moments of disruption are like windows into the relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's like if everything is going sweet,
Oh,
of course everything's sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course it's a good relationship, but when shit hits the fan is when it really matters.
that's the biggest test, and you make it
yes.
through that. Those are the strongest relationships come out of stuff like this.
That's what I'm
And,
saying. Battle tested.
Yeah.
We fucking moved all around like this year.
Yeah, well,
we moved
so
too much. Now we're thinking about moving again.
well,
like,
that's life,
fuck,
right?
dude.
I mean, I became aware of you guys basically on social media, and then it's like we know a lot of the same people. I would see
Yeah.
a bunch of people going down to your bar, and I'm like, I don't know how I missed these people, from back here, but I don't know how long you guys were down there, and you
I
guys.
was a pirate last time I was here. I was Steve the Pirate. I was dreads and hippie.
Really?
Oh, you mean the last
Right-
time you lived in Pasadena?
Oh yeah, I thought even
Yeah.
last time he was here too.
No.
Yeah,
Here I
you
was
had no
good.
fucking
I
Well,
was
we
good here.
actually met at
Evolved
Broken
quite
War.
a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, we didn't start dating there, but
I took her job.
yeah, I didn't like him. I met him one time, and I
Oh,
was like,
that's
oh,
awesome.
okay. I was like, I wasn't into this guy, but
You hear so many stories.
a mutual
like that.
friend set
yeah.
us up, and by then he had already moved back down to Ocean City, so I don't know. I started going down and visiting him, and then
And you moved when you were down there. You did the bar thing right away, or no? How'd that go?
Um,
How do you get into owning a fucking bar?
we worked at one, and then
I actually, when I
Took
first
it
moved
over.
down there, I lived
Oh,
with
the
a
one
friend in Long Neck, Delaware. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's pretty fucking horrible. It's like,
Avoid Long Neck at all costs.
yeah, it's pretty horrible. It's like a inbred fucking
All right, so
drug
I'm
addict.
waiting for the bad part.
small
right.
town of outskirt of the beach, of the
Uh-huh.
nice areas,
Beach bombs, but worse.
Inlanders.
we just
Yeah.
call them inlanders.
Yeah.
so-
If anyone watching knows Long Neck,
They get
they
it.
know.
Sorry.
They'll get it. So I lived in my buddy's trailer that he had. I was basically there alone. I looked for a job for a while, kind of took time to myself after leaving here. Excuse me. And I was there just 1 month. And the day before I moved out, the guy who was a close friend of mine growing up, neighbor at the beach since, we were running around since we were 1. And but obviously not. We don't really fuck with each other anymore. Came in, threw like an ounce of cocaine on the table, and said, "Oh, I need rent tomorrow. I gotta re-up." And I was like, "Okay."
Wait, so what's he wanting? I'm sorry. So he's wanting you to buy the coke?
He's
No.
wanting to give him rent money to buy more
To
coke.
buy more coke. He needed to buy more coke the next day after throwing an ounce on the table. I have no idea why. But I was like, just kind of like flabbergasted. Like, I don't want to live here anymore because it's gonna get raided.
Yeah, no, it's not somewhere.
I'm already in a tough spot in my life where I'm figuring shit out.
He was like fresh
Well, that's
out
good
the military.
awareness.
Yeah.
And then he left. He left the cocaine on the table and left for the night. And I was like, okay, I had my dog here.
I guess I'm gonna do this coke.
So I probably did do a little bit, honestly. And then I super fucking packed as fast as I could.
Right.
Rented a U-Haul in the morning, threw all my
Good for
shit in
you.
it, threw my bike in it, dipped, and found a place. Like I must have done a little coke because I found a new place to live in under
Good
24
for you. I
hours
would have
and
been
under
like, I'm
20
never
miles
leaving
away.
here. I would have been like, I'm
I was-
staying right
boom.
here.
And then in a much nicer spot, I kind of commandeered that spot. That's where she moved in with me, and I kicked
That
the
was
guy who was
nice.
living
That
there
place
out.
was in Fenwick, and that was very nice.
She said you just got out of the military.
Yeah.
You were in the military.
I was.
Damn, I didn't know that about you. What branch?
Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the gayest one they said?
Navy.
Coast Guard.
They said no. I think they said Coast
I'm
Guard.
sorry,
So
Coast
gay,
Guard
they don't
doesn't
even
count.
get
You're right,
mentioned.
you're right, you're
That's
right,
what they said. Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
I didn't score high enough on my ASVAB to go in the Coast Guard.
Space
apparently.
Force.
How was the
I
army?
got an 80, and they're like, yeah, it was 82. I'm like, fuck.
Why'd you join the army?
Because the Marine Corps, who I'd worked with.
Why'd you join the military?
I felt like it was
Your
a
dad military?
responsibility. No, both my parents were lawyers.
Okay.
Yeah. I just felt admiration by it, and
Right. Is this what you wanted to do since you were a kid, though?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've always wanted to at least have it in my life
Right.
in some way. I felt like I feel like everyone should at least do 2 years. I think that like other countries do that.
Like mandatory
Why the
military
fuck
service?
don't we? Yeah.
Well, because some people,
catch
you
a
don't
little
want Mike. You don't want Mike
discipline.
on the front line. You want to shoot
Catch a-
yourself, brother.
But it could give Mike structure, though.
Well,
Well,
I
I
didn't
didn't. Here's the thing. I was active duty 4 years, and I didn't even go.
Right.
If I had joined National Guard, I probably would have went right away.
Right.
And that's just, I don't know why it's like that, but
Yeah.
Who
Who knows why they?
No. So back to why I joined the Army was I was working with a friend of mine, Jake, Jake, to join the Marine Corps, and we were gonna do this buddy program thing. And
Yeah, that
I was
sounds
working
better
with
to
him
me
for
than
like
all by
4
myself.
years, and I was honest about a couple felonies I had when I was under 18
Damn, a
to
couple.
my recruiter, like 10 or some shit.
Yeah,
And then
whatever.
everything got expunged. I'm good. Nothing now. I'm very clean. I don't break the law. Remember? And our recruiter, he's a bitch. Fuck him.
I
Sergeant
love
Brock.
that
He
energy.
can
Shout out.
shout out Sergeant
Fuck
Brock.
long neck.
Eat a
Fuck
dick.
that guy.
Yeah.
We'll have a list at the
He
end. Fuck
he
that.
blacklisted me in the
Why?
whole country. Because he
What'd you
thought
do to
that I
him?
would risk. I was a risk being honest with him about all that, and he was
Really?
scared that I
That's
would
what you
ruin
got
his
for being
career.
honest? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I walked out of his office pretty much like that. I turned around. I walked straight across the hallway into the Army. Said, "Hey, I'm joining the Army. What do you want to do?" I was like, "Oh, I'd like to try and be Special Forces." And they're like, "Okay, cool. Come sit down." Blah blah blah. Went in Airborne Infantry. I did
You were
some
honest
of
with
the-
them too?
No.
You learned your
learned-
lesson.
Okay, right. You learn quick. Like, all right, let me just hold back a couple of these.
No means new opportunities. Yes means your enlistment stops here.
Oh, that's hilarious. There's a
What?
fucking acronym
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And
So just lie.
Yeah.
Embellish.
Yeah.
Embellish
Well,
the
I'm pretty
truth.
sure now you
so
don't
like a
have to
job
lie.
application.
You can like
No, they'll just take anybody
fucking
now. They don't
want a
give a
sex
fuck.
change, and they're like, "Oh, come on." I'm like, I got out right when Trump was getting out of presidency, so thank fuck.
You were in longer than 4 years?
No.
You did your 4.
Yeah.
Got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You were ready to go to war?
If they needed me.
Yeah.
Not for the kooks who are running shit now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's hard to ever trust what the fuck you're going to do, you know?
Yeah, you kind of have no
Just because
option.
foreign
You
po-
kind
no,
of
of
got to
course.
do what they say.
Yeah, of course. How was the whole breaking down process? How was boot camp?
It was fun. A lot of bitches, man.
I was just about to ask. I was like, don't ask. I'm always bringing it back
No,
to bitches.
there's
you
a
know?
lot.
And I was going to say, like, there's a lot of women in boot camp?
Oh no, I meant like pussy.
Oh,
little
just
fucks,
okay,
dude.
not in boot camp.
Well, with the infantry, well now there is apparently it's co-ed bullshit. But for when I was doing it, we didn't see the girls.
Right.
No, not the infantry.
So you just mean a lot of pussy from being in.
This was pussy. Jill.
Yeah, a lot of that action.
There's, they go around the room. Why'd you join the army? Why'd you join the army? Why'd you join the army? They're like 5 kids, man. Oh, I play a lot of Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not
And to
kidding.
even announce that, like, if that's your reason, lie.
Yeah, don't say that.
That's crazy.
No, it's not even
You
like.
should see my KD. My kill
Yeah.
death ratio is
I was really
nuts.
good on fucking
I feel like
Rust
your,
map.
your parents let you go. Like, that's
Well,
not good.
Yeah, no, that's-
They've
You're gonna
never been out of
die.
their basement, and they're like, go ahead, go to war.
no, but then they get there, and then they'd be the guys who, like, we'd run down to formation, and we're like, hey, where's fucking so-and-so? We run back up, and they're fucking hanging themselves in the showers.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what? Why?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 14 weeks of...
Right, or also leave.
That's it. Yeah, just...
Or
yeah,
also
and you
leave.
can.
Like the checkout of life before
What you
check out of
literally
their
just...
program.
Literally
Nuts.
what you just did was make yourself a member of the crazy house in the military for another year or so.
Right.
And then they'll okay you
Yeah,
to
so now
leave
your time's even worse.
to a civilian one. They're probably
Right.
not going to let you go back into
Yeah,
everything just easy. I mean, you hung yourself. Like,
yeah.
it's not cool. The military doesn't take it very cool.
Nah.
Never tell the VA everything.
No means new opportunity.
Next thing you know, they'll just start mailing
I have to be.
you,
I just got a therapist with the VA, right?
You just got a therapist?
Yep.
Hey, congrats.
Thanks,
Big
yeah.
therapy guy.
Yeah.
You in therapy?
It's very healthy.
Not yet. This
Oh, you
is-
can imagine.
Yeah. This is,
So
I've made it
I'm
this
happy
far.
about that. I've come to realizations with like self-hate and stuff that I didn't think I had.
Yeah.
I guess I do, and I don't
Yeah.
really know why I was looking at myself in certain ways, thinking that. But
Therapy's helped me a ton. I'm
really
not one to preach it, but
my
it's
mind.
helped me. It
Yeah.
doesn't help everybody. But
My mind went to some dark places.
we're
and-
gonna do some couples therapy soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's healthy. I think
yeah,
understanding each other
singles
is
therapy,
important.
couples therapy, all it's. I mean, you get, I feel like it's good to do couples therapy before there's even a problem. Like that's another thing. People think that you can't do couples therapy until shit's falling apart. It's
Oh,
like,
we had to create problems and all that. Yeah, we didn't have time for all that shit.
Well, it's not like there's a shortage of them. There's plenty. It's just like that's how relationships go.
Yeah.
It's like it's tough to do a relationship. I was gonna ask if you guys were gonna get married. I had no idea you guys are married. You guys gonna have kids?
No.
You guys are both anti-kid.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a triplet, so
Yeah.
You're a
Wow.
triplet.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And
I
that
was,
shit like
um,
runs in my family, twins and shit.
Mine too.
I'm not cut
Mine
out
too.
for all that. But
I'm already stressed out.
Right.
I always say I got
Plenty.
kids,
We
but
have 2 dogs,
I got kids, but they ain't
and I want to
mine.
get rid of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
For real though.
yeah.
I've donated my eggs like 3 times, so I do have kids out there somewhere, but
You don't get to meet them.
they're being
probably do
raised. They're
from
being
the
raised by
past.
people that can
Yeah,
afford to
Russia.
pay
Yeah, they're
like
probably out here somewhere.
$60,000 to have a take-home baby. So that's doctors, lawyers, rich people.
Yeah.
Shit, there might be some in Canada. I don't know.
I'm still like, I'm still. I mean, I say I'm up in the air, but I'm 35, so it's like time's running out, and I'm not pressed one way or the other. Some people are like 100% one or the other.
Well,
Like, did you get a vasectomy and all that? You're like, you haven't.
no.
No, I'm getting a one for Christmas.
Okay. You don't want it,
I just
It's
don't
not
like the
bad,
idea of it.
like-
right? But think about the lack of stress every time you're cheating on her and coming in someone.
Maybe I'll just fucking freeze some of that.
Well, no, that's not a terrible idea ever. Just because you could get hit by a car tomorrow, No offense. I'm just saying. Anything
happen.
could happen. No, that's what I'm saying. People think of marriages ending only because people do each other wrong. It's like they can end for whatever reason. So it's never bad to. I wish I would have frozen some of my semen back when I was like better looking and like not, like back when I felt healthier.
Well, it's not like you get fucked up and you're not ugly or anything.
Oh,
Shut
thanks,
the fuck
brother.
up. Like, but it's not like you
heard it here.
get. Say you're to do a bunch of drugs and you become this rat fuck.
That's not in your
looking
genetics.
Right.
Right.
And you have a baby, and your baby could still be what you were.
What
It
you're
might
saying
be.
is,
It might come out like. Nah.
It comes out with the
your
face.
genetics
It
are
still
your
looks
genetics.
good,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck babies.
I don't
hate
know.
them.
Yeah, they have sticky fingers a lot of the times.
I hate baby toys, dude.
The toys.
Every time I go to
They're
my
not for
cousin's
you to play
house
with.
growing-
You're like these
Right.
I
things.
know,
suck.
but like going to like my cousin's houses growing up from holidays and shit, and they'd all be babies and stuff, and I'd just avoid it.
I mean, I almost
Yeah.
wiped out on a Barbie Jeep the other night. Like, it was at the top of the stairs at a friend's house. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Word.
the toys are
I mean, it's hard
everywhere.
enough having dogs. It's like I feel like you can't have nice things. So like,
Yeah, well, the thing too about the kids is everyone's like, well,
then I'll never have nice things like ever,
I like
and I'll
to-
be broke.
I like to travel. People are like, you can travel with a kid. And it's like, sure, in theory, but
Yeah.
no one's doing it.
No.
No, and you know why? Because it's fucking horrible to do. It's like, can you do it?
Let's
yes.
stress ourselves out.
Right.
Trying
It's
to
like,
have a good time.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's
even like
I-
taking my like little dog to like dog friendly bars because I know that she's gonna be a pain in my ass.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, it's dog friendly. You can bring your dog.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's hard enough to be responsible for
not.
me. So then when you add stuff to that equation, you want to have kids?
I like the idea. No, I don't. I
I would
thought like
say,
I'm the
like-
same way. Like I'm gonna be too old to do like I don't know.
I don't
for
want
it
to be
like, make
40
sense.
taking them to kindergarten. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
Like,
the
Whose
old
grandma's
dad when
here?
you're 18. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
60.
basically.
Ugh.
yeah,
you
like
know,
all the other
and,
moms
like,
are gonna be
10
like
years.
23, 25,
fucking-
and they're like,
right.
I had my baby at
You're
18.
gonna go to
I'm
the
like,
PTA meetings, and it's just gonna be like you're
Also-
the old fucking. I don't know, man. Like,
If
but
I had a kid, I'd have a stroke, dude.
my fucking back hurts all the time
would.
right
I'd
now.
probably die
Yeah.
from a heart attack.
yeah, mine too.
Just but the kid would never see his father past the age of 5. 'Cause I would be dead.
Just
Oh.
from stress?
Stress. Yeah, 100%.
I'm
Yeah.
way too stressed.
I'm already stressed. I wake up and I'm just like, ah.
I'm not a very
Yeah.
patient person.
I haven't even started my
like,
day.
Yeah. Existence and
Why
the
am I
weight of
feeling
it.
this way?
Yeah, trust me.
They're
Shit.
cute and all. Like, I love our friends' kids. I love my cousins' babies and stuff. But like, that's all.
Well, that's another thing. People think that when you make the decision to have kids, that you're like, yeah, no, fuck them kids.
We
You
just
know,
don't
you're
have
like,
enough
no, I can
people,
love
like-
kids, and well, no, you're like, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with kids at all.
I mean,
Okay, see, I
you
like
know.
kids. See, I like kids. I really enjoy. Honestly, I feel like a lot of times, like not a lot of times, sometimes, but now every time my friends have any event, there's kids everywhere.
it's
right?
too
'Cause-
permanent. Like, you know,
I
there's
just hate
no
the
there's no off
screaming.
button. There's
Yeah,
no way you can just like ignore them for a little bit. Like when you just want to doom scroll on your phone, like, you know,
Yeah.
then you feel bad.
yeah. Hop on the nightmare brick and doom
Like, just
scroll.
leave me alone. Just be quiet. Just
I
go away
feel
for a little
rude.
while. Like,
Kids want to like teach you stuff that they learn, and they think they're teaching you it. I'm so bad at like just playing along. Just play along.
I'm
but
bad
I
at
can't
listening
do
to
it,
stories
dude.
that don't make
Yeah.
any
I
goddamn
know.
sense. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. What the fuck are you talking about?
Everything you know, I know. I know everything you know. So don't talk to
Yeah,
me.
or,
I mean,
or
I'm-
when a parent, sometimes a parent will be like, "My kid is so smart, like listen to him read," and
Oh,
he'll read, and I'll be
Jesus.
like, "He sucks,"
Yeah.
and they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Well, for
dude.
his age," I'm like, well, "I don't know that. You're just saying he's good. He sucks at it. I'm a much better
That's the
reader
other
than this
thing.
kid."
Like, I would
Yeah,
not.
and you're telling them, you're so smart.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
like-
Because you haven't
great.
been
We've been
there.
out of
Leonard-
school for like almost 20 years. Like, I'm looking at some of this homework and shit online. I'm like, I would be no good. Like, I
Oh,
would not be
no.
able to help them with this shit. Like,
Oh, I'll see. Yeah.
I am not smarter than a 5th grader.
third grader. So I see third grader math, and I'm like, I don't know, because they're doing a different type of math now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
sad,
say
like-
math's insane.
Yeah.
I
And
just
then
thought if
just
we had a baby,
add that to
like,
the money you have to spend on a tutor. Fuck that.
I would not
Yeah.
send my kids to school. Like, I'd go to jail. Like, I'd be like, you're going to school of hard knocks, motherfucker.
Yeah, or
Like,
homeschool.
You're washing
there's
dishes
another-
at the age of 5. You're doing something
Yeah.
at the bar. Like,
Homeschool them and try to teach them about life, actually, like what
Put 'em in
real
a
life
union.
is.
Nah, that baby's being born at home and they're not even getting a social security number. Like, that's how radical I would be with it.
Okay, yeah. Don't have the government's
We go
talents in
straight
them
like
at all.
Appalachian on that shit. Like,
It's all good till they try to drive or do anything.
Hey.
They make you sign up to be a part of the system, you know? They
well, then,
do.
like, here's the thing. Like, what if I fail and like they die? Nobody has to know about it.
That's true. I mean, I watch a lot of true crime. Some people keep their kids hidden in a basement, like chained to a toilet. Until
Okay,
they're
I
like
wouldn't be
10.
that bad. I wouldn't be that bad.
Until they're like 10. No one knows they even have a kid,
Oh,
you know?
no.
No, I just I don't have any brothers or
I mean, if
sisters.
they
I
can
didn't
put
grow
up with
up
that,
with
they
like
can do anything in life.
yeah. I grew up. I'm
It's a
an
lot.
only child, so
How's your parents? You got both your parents?
my dad passed away like 5 years ago.
Dead
so
Dad Club.
yeah, dead dad club.
Both parents?
Mm,
Alive?
yeah,
Do you like them?
all right.
Okay.
My
fair.
dad's cool. My mom's. I mean, I love them both.
You grew up
Mom.
with them?
Kinda.
Okay.
Had au pairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn, you had money.
it worked a lot. They did, I guess.
Well, that's what I mean, not you,
Yeah.
but they, because au pair is like
Yeah,
a fancy
share it.
word for a nanny, right?
Yeah. Well,
And you had, so it was just the triplets, or there was more siblings?
I have a half sister who I met when I was 15, I think.
On your
Spears
dad's
fingers.
side?
Mom. My mom was a little hoe. Sorry, Mom.
Shout
Shout out to
Mom.
mom.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
Hey,
with it.
Nance.
Shout out.
Yeah. What's up,
Um,
Julian? That's my sister.
Yeah, so how was growing up? Fine?
From what I remember, it was cool.
You start being a knucklehead?
I was pretty bad. I'm the oldest one.
Did you go to a boys' home or some shit?
I got sent to a reform boarding school program.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, that's.
And how old were you? Because like I hear about boarding school. I don't know shit about boarding school.
There's
I was in a lot of
it
rehab.
Wasn't your average boarding
a
school.
lot of rehab.
It's like the ones that are on all the Netflix documentaries and
Yeah.
shit.
Well, right. Well, that one. There's something came up with that one. That's all you posting about.
Yeah, so when I had came across this collection that I bought and I traveled to Utah with it.
What do you
with my
mean
buddy.
collection?
A sports collection.
Okay,
like
okay.
Memorabilia.
Gotcha.
And I put in a U-Haul with my boy, drove it all the way to Utah, Salt Lake, put it in a shop. But on the way, we made some stops, and I realized when we were in Iowa, I was like, oh, shit. Pretty sure my boarding schools that I went to is near here. He's like, fuck it, let's stop. I was like, all right. Fuck, that's going to get kind of emotional. But
Yeah.
It was an hour out of our way. So I was like, all right, let's
I
go.
love that you guys went.
We went, and it was literally, I saw the last of it being knocked down. Like, the
Really,
front doors
bro.
being
How? What is that?
demolished.
Poetic justice or something? I don't know what
Dude,
the word is, but
Yeah,
that's like,
it was
Yeah.
the best closure I could have asked for.
wow,
possibly.
bro. That's sick.
I didn't even cry. I was just speech. I couldn't even say anything.
Yeah, it
I
was
just
even
stared
bigger
at
than
it
even
like,
crying.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How is this the day that I come back here? You know,
Yeah.
that's so many.
That's
close
weird.
Friends. Yeah,
That's weird, bro.
but
How old were you when you went?
I was 15.
How'd you
Just
feel
turned
about
15.
going? Why'd you have to go? Your parents wanted you to go. Why?
Well, my dad was a really, really good lawyer, and he convinced a judge to send me there instead of a juvenile detention center for those like 10 or so felonies.
Right.
And then all that shit would be dropped.
Did you have a certain sentence you had to complete, or you had to go?
Just had
and
to
get-
graduate from the boarding school.
Okay.
And I did. It took me 19 and a half months. I was very closed off when I got there.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think it helped?
definitely.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of fucked up shit that went on there.
Of course, yeah. And that's the thing. It's not all one or the other
No.
about these things. You know?
But it's just working through it all, getting through it all.
Did they have counseling and all this?
It did, yeah. Like group therapy, shit
Right.
like that.
Right.
But then there was like a lot of just crooked shit going on and
Yeah.
fucked up shit.
Right.
With staff and the disrespect and all of that.
It was all guys.
No, there's a girl side. Yeah. Some of the best friends I made in my life are some of those females.
Really?
Yep.
So you guys got to interact and all that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not really while we were there, except for when we went through
It
like
was a
growth
certain
seminars. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then we had vague moments where we could.
Yeah.
And then after the fact, you know, we had still those little moments. We'd grow so much together that in the end we would just feel like family.
Yeah, I bet. Well,
And to
those
this
moments.
day, they call me. I probably get a call once or twice every few weeks
Yeah.
from someone.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, when you're going through stuff like that, again, it's almost trauma bonding. And
It
then
is.
it's like this healing thing, too, where you're like becoming vulnerable. And there's this shared vulnerability that's intimate.
Yep.
It might not be romantically intimate, but it's intimate with all
Yeah.
the people you're with. You know?
Yeah. It was crazy, dude. I mean, one of my brothers got sent. So this is weird. My parents sent both of my brothers to a 2-week camp in California.
Before or after you were sent to boarding school?
After.
Okay.
And basically, if they graduate the camp, they don't go to a school.
You're like, why'd they get 2 weeks? I got
Yeah,
19
you know,
months.
I was like, what the fuck?
They're a little softer.
Right.
Definitely
He's a little rough
something.
around the edges.
They said the
This one.
first one out has the most testosterone. That would be me. And then
He's like, not bragging,
the
but
last one out obviously has less. He's the gay lawyer in D.C. Nothing
actually,
against that, for real.
Oh,
But
okay.
still lives with mom.
Still lives with mom since the womb. The middle one, he's cool.
why'd that have a question mark at the end, bro?
Yeah.
He goes through different.
He's different than
phases.
you. He's different
he's
than you.
still,
He's a different person every year. It's kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
1 year he
he's
was.
getting it.
1 year he was kind of like, I don't know, like when I met him, he was kind of like a thug. Like he wore
Yeah.
like the big puffy jacket, the big
We'd
diamond
smoke
in his
blunts
ear.
together. We'd hang, chill.
Newporters.
Right. Blunt's the great equalizer.
Yeah, lived
Yeah.
in Baltimore, had
And
a pit
then-
bull, and
then
then,
he,
then he
Lives in
became
Baltimore,
like
had
a-
a pit bull. You know
COVID
the
happened
vibe.
and he became born again. but crazy.
Born again Christian?
Yeah, just like
Oh.
always sending us Passion of the Christ shit and telling me that I'm gonna go to hell when
Repent, the end
Hey,
is
yo,
coming,
for
da,
real?
da, da. Yeah.
Yeah, he only lived a couple miles up the road from us, and we
Just
were.
as a reminder, you're gonna spend eternity burning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
would say that.
Well, I
yeah.
felt
Love
bad.
that.
Like I knew he was home alone. I was like, hey, like I made Easter dinner. Would you like me to, stop by, grab a plate? And it's all just like Passion of the Christ shit and like telling us we're going to hell. I was like, cool. So I'll go fuck
See you there,
myself.
motherfucker.
And then
I already worked there.
and then what was he last year? A
Cowboy.
cowboy. Yeah, he was a cowboy last
Barreling
year.
hay and shit.
And then,
I was like,
Wait, what do you?
Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, did he
Well,
go
then-
work on a ranch? What the fuck
But,
do you mean?
is
Yeah.
he still,
Oh,
Yeah,
actually?
Is
Yeah.
he a born again cowboy?
I was making a joke. You're like,
No,
no,
I
he
swear to
really
God,
went and
barreling
worked on
hay.
a
And
ranch.
so I was like, no. I even asked him. I was like, no, for real. What are you doing? He's like, barreling hay.
No, but for real,
Yeah,
why?
but he's a nurse though. He's supposed to be. Isn't he a nurse still?
He's a nurse now. He
In case someone
finally.
falls sick on the ranch.
I went and I pinned him when he was getting pinned for his nursing graduation, and then they're like, hey, Andrew Hayes, blah blah blah.
What the fuck does
He's
that
gonna
mean,
take a
putting
year
pin?
off.
Putting a pin on him?
Yeah, it's like a nursing pin thing
Okay.
for the graduation.
I never
And then,
graduated,
Everyone
so-
else was like, oh, they're
Now
going
he
to
runs
this hospital. They're going to
marathons.
that
I just
hospital.
saw. So now
Yeah,
he's
he's,
a runner.
He's always kind of been a runner, but he's doing it more actively now.
That's healthy.
He's fuck running, dude. Fuck
Yeah, no.
running. Airborne school is
I'm not
fun.
judging. It's just interesting to watch somebody just change
Yeah, whatever.
completely
Yeah.
every year of their life.
Yeah.
He's I don't know. He's just kind of chilling now, right?
I
Being
guess,
a
I
nurse,
don't know.
whatever. He needs a girlfriend. He is single, ladies. He looks kind of like me.
We'll
not
put
as
his
good.
Instagram here. You guys
Yeah.
aren't identical.
I don't know if he has an
Triplets.
Instagram, man.
No, they all look different. They all got like different. I always say they got different shaped heads, and different faces. Like
But me, they look more different than I do with each of them, if that makes sense.
yeah,
But then it's like,
you and Andy look the most alike. And
yeah,
then-
yeah.
But I mean, even with Mike, like you guys have similarities, but
Mm,
he's got the snake eyes.
Do you talk to both of them?
vaguely. Yeah, it's not really on my agenda every day.
Right.
They fight like hell.
I have a better day.
Still?
not doing that.
Well, Andy lived with us for a little while, and Jax had just bought me like one of those really expensive brand new like vacuum cleaners with the charging thing and all that shit.
Sure.
And it was literally the first night of Andy
It's like a
living in our
$300
house,
vacuum.
and these two get into it, and they're drunk. Jax picks
Hey,
up
they're drunk.
my
Yeah.
brand new fucking
Had to
vacuum
pull a
cleaner
fucking helmet.
and beats his brother over the face with it. I still had the receipt for the.
You were just mad about the vacuum.
Yeah.
She was.
I mean, I was, but I put it all
Still
back in the
returned
box
it.
and I returned it. But,
There you go.
Yeah, I just had to clean the.
Was it blood on this
I
when
had
you
to
got
clean-
it?
I did. I had to clean the blood off.
Excuse me, you
Open
can't
this
put
up.
this vacuum
There's
with
hair
brain
and
matter
blood on
on
here,
it.
like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Then,
not
you know,
what
my
I
mom
did.
had met my brother-in-law. I want to say like maybe 3 days later, and he had like 2 black eyes, and she's like, "Did he do that to you?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I deserved it.
yeah. Had it
At
coming.
least he took accountability.
Broke my vacuum cleaner."
So you got out of the military. You went to Ocean City.
Yeah. Actually, got out. Went to Ashburn, Virginia first. On my way home, I went to DC. Spent Thanksgiving with my mom and family, which is always just crazy. And then went to Ashburn. So I was there for a little bit. That was cool. Ashburn was a cool
You
experience.
got family out there?
No, man. I just kind of I had good
Like
friends.
what brought Ashburn? Okay.
My
Cashburn.
one of my best friends, Al Boogie.
Shout out Al Boogie.
Shout out Al Boogie. He, his sister and her ex-husband were living in their parents' like giant mansion there, which was dope, and they needed
Yeah, mansions are
this
dope.
extra room. And I
Yeah.
was like, I will live there.
Yeah. You mean
So
there's
I
nobody even
did.
sleeping in the room?
Yeah, and so I had a whole like crazy different life out there. It was a really weird area, but it was cool. Made a lot of lifelong friends. Definitely wasn't a spot I'd stay forever, as is like Ashburn, Cashburn. It's expensive. There's a lot of data centers. Really, there's nothing
Oh
beautiful
yeah. It's
about
like it's
it.
like an extension of DC.
It is. There's
It's like
nothing
Northern
to do
Virginia?
but drink and do cocaine.
Yeah.
And this is the second time I mentioned cocaine. I'm not a cokehead. Let me just put that out there. This is everywhere I happen to live. There's coke
Well,
everywhere.
yeah, and if everyone was honest, everyone would talk about how prevalent it is. anywhere you're
Yeah.
at. Like,
Oh,
you know,
I've
the
never
meme.
done coke.
Well, the
Shut
memes
the
are like
fuck
the
up.
memes are like you didn't realize everyone did coke until you got older, and you're like, oh, everyone does coke.
Everyone has done coke. If you
Yeah.
say you haven't done coke, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a liar.
Yeah, liar. Lie again.
Yeah, it
We're
turns all
getting
your
old.
bad
How do you think
feelings
we
into
stay out
good.
so late?
Yeah. You don't want none of this.
Yeah, I could never tell anybody about it because it's just all the good stuff. But
Yeah.
you guys, so then you went from Ashburn to Ocean City.
Ashburn to here. And well, to Severna Park, and then this guy I lived with was fucking nuts. And
Another
and I was like, "Hey man,
How did you get to know
Can I
him?
give you my rent?" Like off Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah, it was over
No
by
way.
Kohl's.
I could
yeah,
never do
yeah.
that.
Craigslist roommate is
I rented his
nuts.
basement. Yeah, and
I
he
can't
worked
live
for like
with a
the
stranger.
town doing
Craigslist
inspections.
roommates extra crazy.
He was nuts, bro.
Yeah,
I
will live
and that
alone.
tracks, and it feeds into the
His,
stereotype of
like,
a Craigslist roommate.
I bought a brand new like giant futon bed. His fucking dog ripped it apart while I was at work. I came home. I'm like, "Hey, I'm taking $200 off next month's rent because your fucking dog
Yeah,
ate my bed."
this is the nicest bed I had.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I was poor, like fuck.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Well, I was actually gonna kick you out," and I was like, "Go fuck yourself, dude." So I trashed my whole downstairs for him. And I packed my shit and I rolled out. I think that night. And I
Did he have a
found new
reason for
spot.
kicking you out, or he was just like
No, he's
trying
just
to-
a fucking weirdo.
right?
Yeah, he would come home and just sit on the couch and smoke bong after bong after bong, and I'd try and talk to him, and he could barely talk to me, and I was
Wow.
like, "This ain't probably gonna work."
Yeah.
So, and the house was empty, no furniture, nothing. It
Really?
was just like his room and his giant fucking albino German Shepherd, which had rage problems, and yeah, that was it. So then I found a place on Perch Avenue, moved there. That was wild. Just crazy experiences there. Good friends, still friends with the guy today. His wife, who's not his wife anymore, I don't know, she's out in Rio de Janeiro or some bullshit now. I'm not kidding. It was a very weird situation that happened. Not involving me. I was just a spectator.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
For the record.
But then went from there, and I kind of pulled the same move I did in Delaware when, well, this is right before I moved to Delaware, but I moved out of this place. He asked me for my rent, and by 6 a.m. the next morning, my room was cleared, and I was gone.
Except for the pile of shit you left in the
Yeah,
bucket.
no, that was the new guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, new place. I had been there. I want to say I was there 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months max, and then I moved to that spot at the beach, and I was there a month, and then I moved again. I moved too much, man.
When did you guys come up on the? So you guys were you both bartending?
Yeah, I've always bartended. Yeah,
I was working like 7 jobs before I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
she was. Yeah,
I had already been through my first divorce, and then I was financially dominated in that relationship. Left my house in Glen Burnie, walked away with just my car and my dog and $200 in my pocket. Moved in with my mom for a little while, but I hadn't lived at home in 10 years, so I was like, fuck this. Stayed about a month, and then I got an apartment in Glen Burnie, but I had to work a lot
Yeah, I
to
bet.
pay for it. So I did Java Divas right here in Smyrna Park. That was pretty funny because I think I was probably too old to do it at the time.
probably saw my dad.
I was like 27.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
some
I
of
don't
those-
think if you don't have to go to the methadone clinic every morning, you shouldn't work there. Because some of the, no offense, Java to you, some of the people I see working there, I'm like,
yeah.
Lee Howe.
I've heard some things.
we pulled
yeah.
up the other day.
I did well.
They don't
there.
look like you. They're like it's yeah.
It's kind of got a bad rep, but
I've only been there probably 3 times,
I was
but
like, this is probably like 8 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you want to sell it, let us know.
it's not a
good
bad business model. The
Yeah,
business
yeah.
model's smart. The way they're doing it is silly.
Yeah.
It's cash only.
Yeah, and it's like also just it's just
Also, like, hire decent human beings.
yeah,
Who are pretty.
genuinely,
like, I would
genuinely
never-
that simple.
Who are Java divas,
yeah,
I've always-
not Java.
Java junkies.
Yeah. Oh shit! That was
Hey,
quick.
come
that
back
was
to the
good.
Java junkies.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it was good. Like I've
Put
always
that
been
shit
a
in
bartender.
Baltimore streets.
I would
That'll
not-
work.
I would
down
never
there.
like be a barista. Like I would never go work at Starbucks. But from 5:30 in the morning until noon, I would go and dress up, and I could make
I was
300.
about to say you're making way more than
Yeah,
a
$300,
barista.
$350,
Yeah, that's, Yeah.
I'm off at 12, and then I did hair down on Fort Smallwood Road. So, like, I would take clients between like 12 and 8.
Can I ask you why you didn't strip? Or did you strip? Because it seems
didn't.
it seems like if you're gonna do Java Divas, just do the stripping, right? Because I feel like if you're if you're hot,
Well,
you
my
might
dad
as
was still
well.
alive at the time, but
So might as well.
yeah, if you're doing
Same
it,
thing.
do it. Get the real money. Or you say your dad.
my dad was still alive. But now there's a lot of things
Now you're
that
freed
I do,
up.
and
Yeah.
I don't have anybody to disappoint. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's kind of freeing.
So my dad did have to pick me up from work one day
She's on
at Java
OnlyFans.
Divas.
yeah, we're gonna
So-
plug it in the description.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're gonna talk about where y'all are at now.
My car broke down on the side of Route 10 coming into work, and this is like February. It's like right around Valentine's Day, and it didn't like break down.
You're dressed in like
It
a
just-
Valentine's Day outfit.
I had assless chaps on at 5:30 in the morning, and it was like freezing. I don't like to get up early, clear my car off, start my car, whatever. So I just didn't stop for gas because I had to be there at 5:30 in the
Sure.
morning. And
you're a woman.
Yeah,
You're just
it
riding
didn't
it
break
out.
down. It didn't break down. I ran out of gas, so I saved. I actually had customers come through my line and they brought me gas cans. Like that is like the weirdest tip I've ever gotten. So like they
Helpful
Use that
though.
today.
of course they'd
Functional.
like bring us like food, donuts, stuff like that, cards, flowers, all kinds of shit. But to show up and bring me a fucking gas can, or like give me like extra money to like get my car fixed, I was like, my car's not broken. I'm just an idiot. And I didn't put. So I had to call an Uber on the side of Route 10. And it's like some Indian dude, and he was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Don't worry, you can't fucking miss me. I'm in assless chaps on the side of the road."
I'm the only one here in
So,
February.
Yeah.
you know,
There's
So my
no one
dad,
else here
my
looking
dad
like
lived in
me right
Pasadena
now.
at the time, and I called him and I was like, "Hey, like I'll be off at noon. Do you think you could come pick me up and take me to my car? I don't have a change of clothes with
Oh
me."
my god.
So my dad shows up. I'm like, "Hey."
I'd
And
have
he's
wrapped
like-
myself up in something.
So it's me
like-
and my dad on the side of Route 10, like putting gas in my fucking Jeep, and I was like, "This is so embarrassing," because I'm almost 30 at this time, and like
Yeah, it happens
This
to the
kind of
best.
shit should
Embarrassing
not.
for him.
No,
He looks like sugar daddy, not dad.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of a porno
Yeah.
scene, doesn't it? Like, let me help you. You
Daddy.
broke it down, pretty lady.
Come home with me.
Yeah.
Oh, young lady.
Daddy, put gas in my car.
Dad.
Yeah. Fill me up, daddy. Yeah, exactly. It's
Anyway,
like the word. Exactly. Yeah, all right. So, so you started bartending as well?
Yeah. I've been in the restaurant industry for like 17 years. So
Yeah, that's an interesting industry too, because it's like
you lose your voice in it a lot.
there's like this. It's like a subculture, like the people who have been in that industry, and then the people who haven't. It's like a different. It's like it genuinely is like a subculture.
Well, like he
The
said about the
people who haven't-
military, I feel like everybody should serve 2 years in a restaurant.
Right,
So
I've
they
heard
know-
that
so they
too.
can
Should
fucking
be-
act
it
right
should
when they go
It should be 4-year total, 2-year military, 2-year restaurant
It's
industry.
like everything I've done, these motherfuckers should
and maybe
do.
these motherfuckers will grow the fuck up a little
Yeah,
bit.
probably not.
Not feel so fucking entitled on
Yeah.
everything and learn to tip
Yeah.
and why we tip. Oh, no one deserves a tip. Blah. Fuck out of here, dude. People are doing their job,
Yeah.
making an experience. When it's someone who's not building a relationship with you and they're just like, what do you want to drink? And they give you a drink and they walk away and they don't talk to you. They don't fucking, there's no experience. There's no energy or vibe or nothing. Yeah, they probably don't deserve a tip. I will still tip them. Not 20%.
Yeah.
But I'll tip them something.
Yeah, same. It's just
'Cause I'm
I know
not a
how
fucking
little they're
asshole.
paid. Yeah, it's like
But if you are in the industry, whether you like it or not, whether you're working to get to something, whatever your goal is, you need to understand what the industry is. Because some people make it a career. Like it's our career. And eventually we
We've made a
decide.
lot of good connections.
You make
I'm sure.
shit. I mean,
It's really
Both,
funny though. It's like people that are all the way down here and they're like straight up like just like drug dealers and criminals, and then you have also at the other end of
yeah, you're
your
cool with
spectrum,
everyone.
you're
Yeah.
friends
Cops,
with the judge.
criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just know who to make moves with and
Yeah.
when you have to.
Yeah, it's all walks. So, but I mean, it's good to know somebody in every area. It's like, hey, I got a guy for this. I know a tattoo artist. I know a massage therapist. I know somebody that can work on my car. I know,
Yeah.
just
everyone.
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're probably the best networking
Yeah.
Yeah.
job there is.
Something that
nowadays.
everyone
Like,
goes to.
I gotta
Another great equalizer. Yeah. It's like people from all different
It's
walks.
just,
are
that's
coming.
why I loved when we were working and someone would come in and just act so entitled and shit. And I would literally just be like, get the fuck out. I don't like you. She doesn't like
It was
you.
good job security. for
Everyone
sure.
here doesn't seem to like you. You're killing the vibe going on. Just leave.
Now I kind of have to worry about getting fired. It is really hard working for somebody else because
Working for somebody else is rough.
I don't have a filter.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's tough. But it's cool when like
It's cool
when they
you work.
care. It's cool when the people care.
Sure.
When they don't care, like
What's the point? Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we would always like usually
It's-
back up our employees, like and well, I mean, usually like they were like minded like us. So I mean, I was like, if somebody's got a problem, like if that's not legitimate and they're really just being an asshole, like I would always back up our staff. And
Oh,
then-
100%.
I think
yeah.
it's funny though when they're like, I need to speak to your manager, and then like a manager comes out and they tell them the same fucking thing I just told them. I'm like, ah.
I've had staff call over to me crying and being like, this guy won't leave me alone. He's yelling, he's doing this and that. And we're down the road having a night.
Sure.
And I'd leave and go there and walk up to the person and be like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they
'Cause
wouldn't
I said-
call me on my day off when I'm
Yeah.
having dinner with my wife or whatever the fuck I'm doing for me to come down here and make you leave.
Yeah.
Like I know they wouldn't, and now I'm here. So you're gonna get out until I leave. Like,
Was it hard to like go from being a bartender to being an owner?
not really.
No.
I
mean-
we were pretty much doing everything.
Manifest it
all the time anyway.
Vision it.
Right.
Work hard.
I did have to learn a lot of like the legal shit because
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me so much. It's like the licensing and the
taxes.
fucking permits and the
Oh my,
zonings
like,
and
I-
all that legal talk.
I fucked up our taxes really bad the
glaze
first
over
year.
my
Like,
eye.
you know, like the end of the season came and like, you know, I'm looking at the bank account and it's looking good. Like we're sitting good. I'm like, man. And come to find out, I fucked up because I didn't know about paying quarterly
Right,
sales
taxes,
tax. So you know, we collected sales tax for months, and it was like $80,000
Right,
that we
right.
had to pay back. And I was like, fuck. So I mean, it's a good
Damn
thing.
it.
It's a good thing we
There
didn't
goes
spend
the
that.
new
but-
Escalade.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
But yeah, like I, it's just shit that you have to learn as you go.
that's what's weird. It's like there's no one who will hold your hand through every part.
Yeah,
you
I
can have
didn't-
mentors and people who help you with this part, but it's like
I didn't go
to
to school
have-
for business.
Exactly.
Or anything,
To have it
so-
all together is so tough to know exactly
Well,
what to do.
I think
Well, I
people
immediately
give
hired-
you hints
I
on
hired
what
a tax
to do,
accountant
and
and
it's
shit.
whether you're gonna cross that bridge on your own.
Yeah.
Well, I just
and
didn't
do it
have
the way
time
you're
to
supposed
deal with
to.
it. So
'Cause no one wants to be the guy who's like, this is what you gotta do. like, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And then it comes back to them or something.
Yeah, they don't want to take you directly because then if it fucks up, it's on them.
Boom.
I
for
think
sure.
it's a good
For sure.
idea to hire somebody to do that kind of stuff for you, though. That
Definitely.
way,
Delegate. That's a
you,
big part of being an entrepreneur, an owner, a business, whatever. Is like
Any
to
kind of
know how to
business,
delegate.
When
You-
we're
you
in
can't do everything the
season-
best, right? It's like if you're better with numbers, do the numbers.
Yeah, being in season and like also, you know, I was an active employee of my own business and I handled everything for the back of the house, ordering and shit and inventory. So I mean, it was hard to hit some of those deadlines.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure.
it's easier when it's got, you know, somebody else's name on it. And
Yeah.
then I say, hey, just contact this person. And then again, it's also if anything's fucked up, it's not on me.
Yeah, it's
So-
about the team, right? It's like, hey, this is the people we have in place to take care of
I
that.
have a bookkeeper that is supposed to be.
I mean, it looked
dealing
like
with that.
you know, from the your social media presence at the place was great. I mean, it seemed like
Yeah. I mean,
everything was great.
I'll never say we failed. Like we never took out.
I
a
wouldn't
loan.
call it a fail.
No,
I
we
wouldn't
didn't go bankrupt. We
Yeah.
didn't take out a loan. We had a good thing,
We
but
got
in
fucked.
in the wrong location.
Right. And
So-
here's the thing: it's like
We were too sexy. We were too sexy.
Yeah,
for Ocean
sometimes you're
City.
too hot for the neighborhood.
Oh, it was in Ocean City.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
where it
it's
was.
becoming more of a family
Disneyland.
resort town. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Disneyland.
it never
I
used to
haven't
be
been
that
in
way.
years.
Disney Ave, Disneyland. It was
And it also
Disneyland.
it isn't. They're gonna try to make it, but it.
I mean,
isn't.
it's always, to me, it's always been a merry-go-round of bars, but they are definitely trying to make it more family
Well,
oriented.
it was funny this weekend.
So it's gone very vanilla.
They can try.
This weekend, I heard, which this pissed me off. So one of our regulars came and met me, and we're like, "Oh, by the way, I want to tell you, went up to Poolside, the new Poolside, fuck
the
that
new
place.
poolside.
and said,
That was the name.
and
of
they
the bar.
wore our gear up there. They said, "What the fuck? What happened to
I'm sure they get that a lot.
what happened to Poolside Bar and Grill? This is why we're here." And they're like, "Oh, you know, that place just wasn't making the hotel any money."
Yeah,
and when I
well,
heard
fucking
this, I was
right.
like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Sure.
That's funny because I've seen the bookings
Yeah.
every fucking day,
Right. but-
every week
yeah,
of the
yeah.
summer.
But he knows that person won't.
Most
See
of our
how easy it
following-
is to say it. Yeah, them guys sucked.
Mhm.
They were terrible.
Our following
They didn't
told
pay
us
their
they
bills.
only-
They didn't bring no money. They did. They,
Oh, we
they,
paid our rent.
I know. I'm just saying they
Ahead
can
of
say
time.
whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They can be like them two are
They don't
junkies.
talk
They
shit.
can say
Yeah.
whatever. Exactly. And they will.
That's the thing though. Like we're not allowed to defamate them.
Yeah, the defamation of character, defame.
We're not allowed to say anything bad about them.
But then they talk mad.
Well, I
shit
think
about
I
us.
am. What's their names? It's like,
The thing is,
You know that. Oh yeah.
if you go on their webpage, they have testimonials at the very bottom of the screen, and the very first one that pops up, it says, "The only reason we stay here is because of the pool bar." Hello, hi, that's us.
Yeah.
So you
won't see that.
But
past
why
the
would you
date
put that
we
on your
left.
homepage?
Right.
Now, you look at reviews now.
I don't know how they can go ignored. The joke was that we were always a 5-star bar and a 1-star hotel, but I guess if you could leave no stars, it would be a no-star hotel.
100%.
But it's gotten really bad. There's just, I don't know. It was hard to be attached to that. It limited what we were able to do.
Well, yeah, for sure, because you're not a standalone thing, right? So you are inherently attached to this other entity.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, the joke was that you guys were the 5-star shit and they were the 1-star. It's like they're bringing
Absolutely.
you down.
They
Really,
weren't.
it's like,
They weren't bringing their half of.
right. They weren't
everything.
meeting. Yeah.
I mean,
The place has fallen down.
yeah, and their shit would cause us more problems than anything. To
Yeah.
where we'd be stressed out about problems that were happening with us caused by them, and then we'd get blamed somehow. And we're like, "What the fuck? Like,
Right.
this
Yeah.
isn't how
yeah,
it works."
You
Well,
guys
like-
But
started
there was
with
no
you guys,
winning
and
any
ended with you
argument
guys.
on that.
So, I mean,
No
we
winning any
did our
argument.
fair share. I mean, per our liquor license, we were allowed to stay up until 2 a.m. Being attached to a hotel, I would never do that. Like, there's rooms next to us, above us, and shit. I'm not trying to piss people off. We
Yeah.
closed at 11 p.m. So that's like really.
Oh, damn, that's
that's
nice.
3
Very
hours of
courteous.
revenue
Yeah.
that we're not making, but we can't be loud. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I mean, we worked with them on that. When we tried to be respectful. I don't think we really did anything that was like too rowdy. But what really?
Well, I
kinda-
think our poolside pageant really set
was
off
in
the
good
whole
taste,
thing.
What was that?
It was
Slut contest? Let's
last-
go.
No, honestly, it was very
Essentially,
professional. It was
yeah.
in good taste.
Essentially, it was like a bikini contest,
Right.
but
That's what people wanted, though.
Yeah, of course.
It's nostalgic.
gives the people
No, of
what
course.
they want.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I
So,
mean, like,
and then what was the problem with it? It was just a little too much for them?
It was just,
we
you
had
know,
too much, we
he'll
had too much-
probably do it.
Yeah.
He'll
probably
probably do
will.
it.
Right.
Watch him do it.
Why wouldn't you?
Guarantee. He's already
Yeah.
doing everything else he told us not to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Of course.
they have fucking fire pits. I don't even know if they can do
I
that.
asked him. I said, can we do tables with fire pits and be classy and have this shit and
Or
this
have
shit?
like
No.
patio furniture. Damn,
Yeah.
if there isn't patio furniture up there now.
Right.
Fuck, this is everything we said. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
You're
no.
welcome for the awning, by the way.
Yeah, built a
That's
nice.
personal.
Because the place used to be like very weather
$20,000
contingent.
awning.
If
You
it rained,
dick,
we
yeah.
would be dead for the day. So we built this huge addition onto the front of it, and rainy
Right.
days weren't a factor
Permitted,
anymore.
everything. No, it
We would
brought.
pop off when it would rain.
Yeah, we had room. We had fucking, and thank you, Anthony Holt, for building that awning. And
Shout out Anthony.
yep, Holt.
I really did want to take it down. I was like, "Fuck this."
I
Oh,
wanted
sure.
to
I wanna
loose,
take it
loosen
down.
a couple
Loose
bolts.
small
Yeah, the
bolts.
pettiness in me would be like, nah, fuck this.
Next fucking rainstorm, baby. Cha-ching.
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, you guys learn.
Karma's real though.
Yeah, well.
It'll serve 'em.
You learn to, yeah, and even if so, karma's interesting for me. So it's like karma. I don't know if I necessarily believe in the spiritual principle of it, but I can definitely get down with, and not that everyone has to believe what I believe, but I can definitely get down with whatever energy you're putting out will kind of come back to you. It might not be like the universe is keeping tabs because a lot of pieces of shit make it, and a lot of great people don't. You know,
It is kinda
and that's
weird.
why it's tough for me.
Seems
It's
just-
almost like I want to believe in karma bad. I want it to be true
Oh, I do.
because I'm a
Yeah.
good person.
I really set
But
my
there's
intention with that
cockroaches
one.
out there.
Cockroach, yeah.
They don't
that's it.
fucking
That's what
die,
I'm
and they
saying.
just get what
And
they want,
end up
and they
just keep falling into
they
the
live
money.
longer than anyone else. They
yup,
get it.
exactly. That's why it makes karma.
Why?
Tough. That's not the yeah. There's no answer. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to us. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, but you learned a lot. You guys have the ability to do it again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like there's nothing. It's like
Yeah.
you guys just find the next
You
opportunity.
find the right location, and
Standalone.
yeah, definitely like brick and
Yeah,
mortar or
not attached to
something.
fucking
No hotel.
yeah.
Just on the
Some shit
street
on Route
somewhere.
40.
Whatever. I don't care.
Give me a little dive bar.
That's a big one.
A big dive bar.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good thing about our spot, though. When things slowed down, like off season, we knew that, you know, if we had to do it just the two of us, we could, and we did.
Well, yeah, you
So
guys were working too. Like you said, you weren't just sitting back. You know,
There were
you guys
days
were in
where
there
he'd
involved.
have the hole out front of the bar, and I'd be in the back throwing chicken wings in the fryer and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cooked a lot.
There were
Getting it
days
done.
I didn't like it. but
I
did
was
it.
Yeah, you
the
gotta do what
closest
you
out
gotta
of the
do.
season where she would be running bar, and I'd be cooking, and we maybe had a bar back, but I'd cook 150 tickets, and I'm just like,
Damn.
fuck, dude.
There's
I don't
a
want to.
lot-
I don't want to be a cook. I
Right.
cooked at Five Guys when I was
Right.
19.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
wanna
you
do
can
that
do
shit.
though when it's your own place and you have no other choice. Like you
But-
figure it the fuck
Yeah, I
out.
bet.
When we did cook, everything came out fucking
Good.
perfect.
Yeah.
How it should.
My life depends on it.
And I'm
so-
Well, right, because you guys give a fuck more than any cook will.
Yeah.
Who you're
Yeah. Well,
employing.
we had a cook who actually put PCP in our food.
No.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got like microdose for like an
Mhm.
entire season. Like we were like losing.
Not
our
the whole
fucking
season. It was a
minds,
couple
like-
weeks.
Yeah, but
What
we
the fuck?
We could tell something was going on with us.
I was hearing
And
voices.
then we got- I
What
got
in
tested.
the world?
I mean, like I normally have like
It
a
was
mental breakdown like
PCP in
every
my
July,
system.
August, but this
No
one was
way.
like,
And then the dude's his girlfriend told us this. Or
yeah, I
His
suspect.
ex-girlfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely.
Bro, that
I
sounds-
suspected
Bro.
it.
It's like,
Bro,
He-
is
and
a
then-
separate menu on the back for the PCP
No,
burger? I'd
listen.
be like, can I get the one with the PCP in it,
something.
please?
He probably did it to customers. I wouldn't lie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
if he's giving it to you
I
guys,
walked in
that's
the
a level.
kitchen one day and I look under the grill. I'm like, what the fuck's this? And he pulls it out and he's just drying drying with the heat fucking mushrooms. And I'm like,
You cannot have drugs in my kitchen.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm drying these caps, man. I'm like,
Not in the fuck
no,
you,
you're
not.
not, dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
like,
actually,
get the fuck out.
I found a cigarette pack out on our balcony that my barback had told me about, and I went and I opened it up and I looked at it and they were all jippers.
Damn.
I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Who the fuck is
Like
even
you can't really
smoking
be fucked up.
PCP
Like I've heard
anymore?
horror stories about like people being like on acid in a kitchen, just sticking their arm in the deep fryer.
I mean, yeah,
like,
PCP's a disassociative, so it's
yeah.
almost even
Or,
weirder
like,
than
one of my
acid.
bartenders said like he'd been, and he's like a really happy
Couldn't
dude.
tell you. I don't
He's like, I've been
remember.
feeling like suicidal lately, and I was like, I've been feeling really fucking weird too. But it's like, you know, I'm there for 16 hours a day, so I usually eat my meals
it's-
at work.
Well,
and-
right, and it's easy to be like, you know, oh, I'm probably just stressed, or
So,
I'm
like-
probably just lack of sleep, or probably
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
this. Because if you're
definitely.
not dosing yourself, you don't just assume
No.
someone else is dosing me. That's insane.
No, I kind of had a weird feeling like, he wouldn't do that.
No, right, exactly. You
And
don't. You want to give
When
people
his
the
ex
benefit.
girlfriend told us and warned us and basically said, yeah, he's doing it, I was like, I'm
gonna kill this
I'm gonna
motherfucker.
kill you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then he just didn't show up to work one day, or he
I thought
was
he
there.
died.
I hope he fucking did.
Jesus Christ. R.I.P. to the PCP guy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He walked here
Rest
from
in
Ohio. Like he literally walked from Ohio to Ocean City.
Yeah.
Wow. To Ocean City?
Uh,
There's so many
Yeah.
places
I
to
think
go.
he had,
So-
I think he had to get a ride across the bridge, but he
we were
walked.
so desperate for a cook because it was so hard this year to find kitchen help.
It's
right?
not always
And the
bad
way he cooked
having
PCP was perfect. So he
No.
says.
It's not always
That's
bad
like-
having a speaker in the kitchen. Like he cleaned the fuck out of everything, and I was like, wow, this guy's like super fast, like because he's
on drugs.
on drugs. But you know, as long as you show up every day and do what you have to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Whatever you do on your time is
yeah,
your
whatever.
time.
Just, you know.
No, but there was a day he goes, "Come here in the back with me." I'm like, "All right, what's up? What are we talking about? Because if you ask me for a raise again, it's no." He did. He'd ask
For
me
the third
a raise.
time today.
Once he went
No.
there like 3 days. He's like, "Can I get a raise?" And I'm like, "No." Like it's been 3 days. Talk to me in 3 months, dude. What the fuck? Anyway, has this like medium sized pill bottle. I'm like, the fuck's that? And he's like, I want you to look at this. When I say this man poured every single drug you can think of onto the fucking stainless steel prep table,
I didn't even know about
What
that.
was he wanting you to show?
he just thought it was cool.
I need-
Dude,
what was the goal?
I mean, there was coke, crack,
what was the goal?
blue
Just to
glass
show it to
crystal
you?
meth,
to not get
Holy
like
regular
shit,
crystal
yeah, the
meth.
Heisenberg.
He went straight for the Heisenberg and was like, this is a shadow.
Oh
Blah,
my
blah, blah, blah.
God.
And I was like,
fuck out of
check it
here.
out. You're going to put all this back in your little pill bottle. You're going to leave now. I'm not going to fire you because I need you.
yeah, that's what
But
you're,
if you
you're in a,
ever come in here and I
Yeah.
ever sense that you have these fucking, any of this on
this
you,
blue
I
crystal
don't care if
meth.
you're on it. doing your job. Do it.
Yeah.
But if you have it on you or you're fucking with customers
Dude,
with it or
you're the
nothing,
best
you are
boss
so
ever.
fucked.
I don't care
I
if
need
you're
Yeah.
on
plausible deniability. Like,
I
I don't
love
care
that.
what you
Just
do
cook,
outside
cook,
of work.
cook,
Yeah.
cook, clock out,
Absolutely.
leave. Then
Yeah.
go fuck off and
Listen,
do drugs.
the
I don't care.
president's on drugs. Like, drugs
Well, yeah,
are
that's
fine.
what most
Yeah.
employers are doing that without saying it. They're just like they don't want any plausible
Yeah.
deniability.
Yeah.
I
Everyone.
can't see. Yeah, so it's
They
like
are.
whatever someone's because listen, if they fired everyone on drugs, America would stop working.
Yeah.
100%.
Period. You know, that's
Yeah.
like the truth about
Yeah.
like so jobs that do certain random drug testing, right, to get on.
They're stopping.
Yeah. Well,
I
or
read-
even if they say they do it, they don't because if they
What
did, they
just
lose half the
stopped?
company.
Something
I
just
read-
stopped recently.
I read
I
one
don't
for
know, but a
Amazon
lot.
today. They don't they said they pre-screen drug testing for drivers, but marijuana doesn't count.
Yeah, because
I was like, okay. I mean, fair enough. It's like the same thing as drinking.
Can't
Just
even
don't
answer
do
that
it while
question.
you're
Yeah.
operating
we all know why.
a vehicle.
Yeah, hey. You know,
yeah.
I mean, and yeah, you would lose half the drivers.
Pretty
you
much.
would lose
yeah.
half the company of everywhere if you did it, you know, stringently.
Well, I always thought that was fucked up. Like I used to sell.
Yeah,
I
I
worked
mean,
for.
they're only driving safer.
Well, I used to work
Yeah.
for an auto
You're gonna
auto
speed
parts
on
Right,
store.
you don't
weed?
get
Get
more
the fuck outta
reckless.
And
Like,
you know, the drivers couldn't smoke. Like even, you know, this is before weed was. This is before med cards. This is before
Right.
recreationally
This is back when it
legal.
was still like for
So yeah,
criminals.
this is like 2013. yeah, yeah,
Now it's for grandmas, you know.
yeah.
It's changed so much in our lifetime.
It has in
Yeah.
just you
my
know less
foot
than
hurts.
10 years.
Prescription.
Exactly. But you know, you couldn't even
Headache.
smoke in your free time. So
Prescription.
if they got into an accident and they had to go piss and they had weed in their system, then they go on suspension.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but who says that they were high when the accident happened?
That's what's fucked up about the drug
So,
test. It's like,
yeah.
well, yeah, it's so sad. I know people who work for the government, right? And they're like, they'll be on vacation in Belize. Someone will have a joint. And they're like, I can't. And I go back to work. I'll get and it's like, you can't smoke a joint in Belize.
I
Come on,
have
but
a
it's
funny
vacation.
It's like,
story.
you know how much
Yeah.
money they're not paying you enough to control your life when you're not at work. That was always my argument. Whatever you're doing not at work is your fucking business.
Do you know how many people in the military do weed and cocaine?
I mean, I can imagine 90%. if it's like every other demographic I've ever
Probably-
met, 90%.
Probably not. The captain of the fucking
Yeah.
company
Right.
is probably
Right,
on a small dose of meth
right.
or a lot of cocaine
Yeah,
because they're always skinny.
right.
Give them that. They're always tall and skinny.
I'll
And I'm
give 'em
like,
that.
they're not like the movies. First off, second off, neither are Navy SEALs. I don't know if you ever. I ate breakfast next to these guys, dude. They are about as big as her. You know why? Because they gotta fit in small places and swim really fast. You think a 300-pound muscle?
They're all
fucking-
tiny?
Yes.
Damn.
Everyone I've seen. Maybe when they're retired and they're ready for
Right,
the movies, they
yeah.
start. Ouch. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. Rangers, on the other hand, they stick it in their ass every day. Not in the gay way. They fucking load
I was
up
like, what?
and they're just
Yeah.
they're land creatures.
I guess they don't test for steroids in the military. Do they even test for that? I can't imagine
they
they give
say
a
they
fuck.
did.
Right.
I don't think they do.
I can't imagine
They
they
cared
give a
about
fuck.
like Adderall and shit when I was
Really?
in. Yeah.
You think they want y'all on that too? You think they would be
Bro.
mandatory to do tests and
I mean,
Adderall?
I'd
to
be
in that
sitting
bitch?
down and we'd be doing a test and like combat training shit with a fucking screen on, and I'd be writing, and all of a sudden I'm like waking up and my pen's just off the paper, and I hear boom on the desk, and I look up and it's like a fucking staff sergeant. He's like, "You're fucked now. You're mine." And I'm like, "Come on, man. Like, I'm tired.
I'm just
now.
sleepy,
Let's
bro.
go outside. Fucking 100 push-ups.
Yeah, you could have
100
used some
crunches."
Adderall.
God
If,
damn.
if I was on Adderall, I would have fucking wrote everything
Of
down.
course.
I
and,
say
like,
you're
of
supposed
course.
to be
I'm
on
gonna
it. You're
know how to do this a million times over. And
I'm just-
after all that, and you think bringing me outside, missing half the shit's gonna help?
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just a punishment.
I'm just tired.
Right, right.
I'm even more tired now. Like whatever we got next, I'm fucked. Like it made no sense to me. But where's it going with that before? Right before
Yeah,
that.
I don't.
Oh,
the test. Are they
test.
testing for steroids?
So,
Probably
yeah,
not. It's,
oh no. Weed, yes. And other shit, yes.
So doing drug tests, but not like steroid tests.
No, but you
No.
know, like when you're up high enough, who the fuck's gonna tell
For sure.
whose piss it is or
Right,
what? You know,
yeah, of
like,
course.
No, they're not gonna, and that's why they're all fucking do. I've seen them do it.
Yeah,
Seen you.
they got a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of deals going on and like
There's a lot. It's
allowances
all
going
dog eat
on.
dog. It's dog eat
Yeah.
dog. But I went home on Easter break. I actually stayed with my friends in Ashburn before I even lived there, and got real fucked up for Easter. It was like one day home. I drove all the way to
for
Ashburn.
Jesus, I get it.
Yeah, for Jesus, and smoked a bowl of some weed because I was super drunk, and I was like, "Fuck it, I won't get piss tested." And then the next day, they called piss test for the following morning, and I was on the list. Bro, if I didn't have the worst day of my life, I mean, I drank 10 gallons
So
of
much
water.
water.
10 gallons. I went and bought 6 liters of cranberry juice. I drank it. I
Just
took
uncomfortable all
half
day.
a bottle
all
of
day.
niacin.
Yeah, vinegar, niacin.
I didn't eat anything. I
fucking-
drank vinegar.
Yeah, I know you did. I've been there, brother.
I was so close to sticking a fucking turkey baster on my shit.
Yeah,
It was
fixing
like,
it. Yeah.
fuck it. Like, it's only gonna hurt for a minute. Like, I don't care. No, I passed that test.
Nice.
Yeah.
Had enough water, cranberry vinegar in you, maybe. They say it's a
Nice.
myth, but if you try hard enough.
I passed. I mean, I've seen other guys. Well, they were like smoking meth and shit, so they were.
Yeah,
fucked.
meth probably sits in the system differently.
It's like they were up for like a week, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what causes a lot of the meth psychosis is the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
It's not just the methadone, the substance. It's
It's like people who abuse Adderall, man. They fucking go crazy.
Bro, Adderall, methadone, or
Yes,
not
legal now.
methadol, but not methadone, but methamphetamine. Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one molecule off, I believe. So
Yeah.
it's impressive how different a crystal meth addict user is compared to like a guy on Wall Street on Adderall, because it's such a small little chemical change, and it is the difference between like eating the neighbor's cats or like
Or being limitless.
or yeah, being limitless and doing insider trading and making millions. It's a really weird thing that you have to
You
get
can either like
just
ruin your
right.
life or be like really, really fucking good at something.
It's
like,
a fucked up game to play for sure.
Either way, you're not eating much.
Yeah, true. Either way,
You
your
hungry?
appetite
No.
is suppressed. That is one thing for sure. I think my brain needs it, but I'm scared of the loss of appetite 'cause it's hard as fuck for me to gain weight.
I've found, like today, I did
I
accidentally
can't
take
afford
an
to
Adderall
feed
today.
him. This
You said
motherfucker.
accidentally?
Yeah, accidentally. Yeah,
Motherfucker
I
eats
took
a
my
week-
vitamins for the morning, and in my vitamins was an Adderall. And when I went,
Mhm,
I
I've
saw
actually
it,
done
and I
something
drank it. And I was
similar.
like, "Fuck, that was an Adderall." I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't
But
matter. You still eat
I
like
ate
20,000 calories.
I ate like 2,000 calorie breakfast on purpose because that way, no matter what, I'm gonna be hungry throughout the day.
Let's try to name
Yeah.
everything you ate.
The Adderall
yesterday.
won't kick in like it's supposed to, like super fucking crazy. But I'll still
Probably 'cause
have
your
a
brain
good.
needs it some.
I'll still have a good focus. Motivation to tackle whatever goals I have and problems I want to solve. But I'll still be able to eat.
Yeah.
Normally, I'd eat probably an hour later, but because of that, it was like 3 hours later, and I'm okay with that.
See, I'm terrible. I can't. I'm like my system's finicky. If I get excited, I can't eat. I can't eat.
If I get
My
depressed,
appetite
I can't eat.
Why don't you
Really?
tell him everything
Yeah,
that
people
you had?
have like depression. What?
Tell him everything that you had for breakfast yesterday. Just breakfast.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Uh,
Eggs, candied bacon,
eggs, candy, bacon,
Pop Tarts.
Pop Tarts, English muffins, a bagel, with
God
cream
damn.
cheese,
Damn.
cereal.
What all the
shit.
breakfast? Was
Oh,
it a
shit.
contest?
Pretty
or
much
something?
had like everything you can make.
Yeah, like
for
every
breakfast.
different type of breakfast there is.
You had a yogurt.
Was it a
2
buffet?
different types of yogurt,
Damn.
some gelato,
smoothie.
probably a smoothie she made.
God damn. Still
Yeah.
going.
So are you going out of your way to eat that much, or
No.
are you really just that hungry?
I
Dude,
can't afford
I
to
wish
eat
I
Yeah.
could be that hungry. God damn.
You just gotta force
Strong
yourself to
boy.
eat
I know,
one
but-
day a breakfast like that. Then you'll eat all day.
I have heard that when
And then
you
you-
kickstart your stomach,
Yep.
it's hungry all day.
Yes.
Okay, so we went to the
And-
grocery store on Wednesday. We were gone Thursday till Sunday for bike week. By the time like we came home Monday, we already had to go to the grocery store again. Because like he will clear a month's worth of groceries in a week. Like you.
I mean, you
will.
got some upkeep there. You're a bigger guy.
Yeah.
You got some upkeep.
I'm
about as big as I want to
Yeah,
be.
but
I
like
don't want to
we
get too much
split
bigger.
groceries, and I'm like, I'm not even
I don't
eating
like
like
these
a
guys
quarter of
who are
this
like-
shit. Like,
I feel like Pasadena has this look for guys,
What is it?
and it's like
Gay.
it's kind of gay.
they all,
It's kind of like
everybody looks the same.
misshaped. They look
No.
like a bunch of guys who wear Affliction shirts.
Mm.
You know,
Well, that's not
like-
far off. I mean,
Because Affliction, for one, is just
I
a
remember.
stupid fucking shirt.
yeah. I remember.
The company is just gay. And not in a homophobic
course.
way.
In
just
a
a
gay, like, you're
fucking,
gay, yeah.
that is gay, dude. It's fucking glossy, glittery, you're confused kind of way. But it's, everyone who wears it has the same like body type. And I'm like, I don't know if they're just like,
They're all working out together or something.
yeah, and they just do like chest and
Same
back or
steroids.
something.
Yeah, but, like, also
Yeah.
drinking a
and they
lot.
occasionally do other stuff, but they're just unproportionate.
Right.
And they don't look like they're, and they look angry.
I think it's an age factor too.
Affliction should be called angry.
Like when we go out, everybody is roughly like around the same age, so like we all like kind of dress and look the same. So I think it's that too.
That, and there's,
Like if I go to Twain's tonight, I guarantee you, like everybody's gonna be like in a flannel for sure. Like that's the memo. Have a beard, definitely some form of trucker hat, baseball cap, something.
I haven't had anyone match me out here yet. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you don't want to look like everybody else. That's for sure.
No,
That
You have a
sounds
beard
boring.
and tattoos. You kind of look like everybody else.
not really. I wear like different clothes.
Some people will equate your whole look into a beard and tattoos. They do it to me, and it's like I
They
get
will.
it. I do have those two things, but I'm hoping to be just
Yeah, you guys
slightly
look
more.
the same.
Yeah, exactly. People will say that shit. People will be like, "Oh, the
You
beard
guys
and the
brothers?
tattoos."
I was
yeah.
gonna say, I guarantee you.
One
guys
of the
go have
triplets,
some-
huh? Like-
Yeah.
That's
Somehow.
actually
That's
happened
pretty
with
good.
a couple guys. I think John.
Yeah.
Everyone always thinks my buddy John's my brother, and I'm like, now I'm just like, yeah, that's my bro.
Do you take supplements and shit? You want vitamins?
Mhm.
You take vitamins?
Vitamins
try to
are a
remember.
necessity, man.
Bro, the problem is I used to be a drug addict, right? So when I take a pill, I'm expecting like a Perk 30 response. And when I take fish oil and vitamin D, I'm like, did I
Sounds-
take anything?
Oh.
And so the problem
Just
is I'll
burp it
take it
up.
for I'll take it for a couple weeks,
Well,
right?
here's
And
the
then
thing.
when I stop,
Take it on an empty
nothing
stomach.
changes. That'll fuck me up.
Hey, you might have
You're like,
terrible acid
Bro, you gotta
reflux,
snort
but-
them.
Cut that fish oil up, bro.
Yeah, it's
Way
like
more
uh,
potent when you
I
just
think that's fish
cut the
scale,
pill in half
not
and
fish
shove it
oil.
like that.
Scale versus oil.
Tell
Take
me
the
you've never
liquid
done it.
straight to
That's
the head.
disgusting.
I've never done it.
Or have
Fucking
Drunk-
mainline
a
fish
drunk
oil.
dare, maybe.
yeah.
I
I
can't
mean, I
remember.
talked about in the last episode. I mainlined MDMA once.
Oh
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah. it
Wait,
was-
what?
Yeah, I shot up MDMA one time.
We talked about that with Danny's.
Did we? Yeah, pretty
And I was
crazy.
like, what?
Yeah, even the nurses at the hospital were like, "What?
I just got-
you can do that?"
You can do that?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'm definitely an MDA fan.
Dude, MDMA is great. I'm a proponent.
I think that
obviously
people
not to
who
excess.
do it,
and don't shoot it.
I think that
unless
people,
you're a kid.
yeah, don't do that. He's crazy.
Unless you're a kid.
Unless you're,
Wait a minute. That didn't sound right. You caught it. You did catch it.
unless you're,
Yeah, don't do it.
yeah, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Anyways,
I'm a big fan.
big fan.
I tell
I
people-
think that
yeah.
people who do it too much are stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
You're
not-
not an etard. That's what they used to call it back
yeah,
in the day,
and
right?
You're not
Retard.
only just destroying yourself, but you're not even getting
The feeling.
there's like a spiritual side to it. I feel.
I
like,
agree
and
too.
Yeah.
That's the thing
A
people
euphoric
forget.
experience.
Because it's easy to eat MDMA and go to the festival and have the time and dance.
Yeah.
That's all still great. But you can learn about like compassion, loving yourself, loving others.
Forgiveness, everything.
Genuinely, you can learn a lot about. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
We've had a gram of MDMA. I've been sitting on it for a while just because.
All right. Well, turn the camera off. Clear the schedules.
Yeah, I have no
I'll match
reason.
your gram, baby.
I'm like-
It's like-
I don't need to do it.
Well, that's
tonight.
what's nice.
I don't
Once
need
you-
to do it
exactly
for any
Well,
reason.
Well, that's what's nice about you. You get some good stuff that you know is tested,
Yeah.
pure quality, right?
Right.
And then you just have it because you're not young, wanting, seeking.
No.
If you're
Yeah.
doing it to seek
do
this
it.
thing, exactly. I
Save
used
it
to.
for a special occasion.
Exactly right. Make it special. And I used to make the joke that if I was a marriage counselor, I would tell couples once a year to go do MDMA. You know, go do MDMA at a hotel
They
by
should.
yourselves with a jacuzzi. Don't
They
don't bring
should.
the kids. I swear, I stand by it.
I will stand
I'm not a marriage
right there
counselor.
by
I've
you.
never been married, but I
Not
swear,
with the
it's like
jacuzzi,
go
but-
re-fall in love for real.
It will.
I know.
You
tell me.
will. It'll knock everything else out of your mind
Yeah.
besides each other
Yeah.
in that moment. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, or sometimes you, at least every once in a while, you need like a hard reset on your brain.
Yeah,
So even
and I'm the
mushrooms
same way
are
with
good for
mushrooms.
that.
Mushrooms are great for the reset.
Yeah.
For
I think
sure.
microdosing
Depression.
mushrooms is healthy at a very low dose. Not something that's going to alter your mind while you're experiencing reality,
Yeah.
but something to where it just is like a mood lifter.
Yeah. Well, it
like,
creates new neural pathways too.
Exactly.
Like it actually does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm a fan of the macro too, just not often.
Yeah. So, but then people who are like, oh, I'm on so many mushrooms right now. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, so you're not you.
I function pretty well on mushrooms.
And you're also out at a bar drinking.
Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna do a heavy dose, I don't think it's for recreation that.
I quit cigarettes cold turkey doing self-hypnosis from mushrooms. Actually,
that sounds self-hypnosis is crazy.
And
he's doing the clock in front of his own face.
No, dude, no. I literally,
it was just like
my
meditating.
futon couch, kind of like this. It was a cheap Walmart one. I was at the place in Perch Road.
This is before the dog ripped it up.
That was after.
Okay,
a new
different
one.
futon.
A
Okay,
cheaper one,
got
I
it.
couldn't afford a nice one. And I put my feet up on it. My TV was there. And I put on like some fucking Another Love or some shit, like radio, like crazy visuals.
Yeah.
Laid with my ass down, arms out. I ate a quarter and a half.
Oh yeah. That's a macro.
Yeah.
So that's not a micro dose for those listening at home.
And for like 9 hours, I laid there listening to music and thinking about things I wanted and didn't want. Yep. And the next morning I woke up and I crushed my cigarettes.
That's powerful.
It made me nauseous looking at them.
That's so powerful, dude. I love hearing stories like that. Because I know it's real. I know it's not made up. It's like it's so easy to hear something like that on the internet and be like, yeah, all right. But it's like that shit does happen. Not that it'll happen to you. You can eat mushrooms for years and never quit smoking. Yep. But sometimes these things happen. That's what's weird about it. It's like you can't even pick what it's going to do for you. It kind of picks,
Are you smoking cigarettes because you want to, or are you smoking cigarettes because it's cool?
Right.
And for me, I was like, I'm not doing either. Why am I smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, and sometimes it's that simple on the mushroom brain. Well, it's not this. It's not this. Well, then I don't have a reason to grasp onto this thing anymore. Yeah.
Just let it go.
That's sick.
I would do the same thing for this, but I enjoy vaping. I really don't care.
My problem with I love vaping so much.
I probably will stop.
Too compulsive. Like
it's better than air. I make the joke that I'd rather be hitting a vape than breathing in air.
Well, I will literally wake up in the middle of the night and be like,
trust me, the reason I even switched to Zyn is because it's not as compulsive. Because I set it in there and I forget it. Because I wake up, the first thing I'm reaching for is the fucking the house could be on fire.
You, babe. Where's
Listen,
my vape?
The fire alarms could be going on. There could be smoke in the room. I'm like, let me get my vape and get the fuck out of here. It was terrible.
I never smoked, and then I don't know, I picked this up, but this one actually doesn't have nicotine in it. So
those are smart.
But,
those are smart. Like, but it's still the oral fixation.
Like, I got you that one.
That was the problem with me. It was that was the problem with me.
Chewing gum or just anything. Like I used to have a piercing here that I would fuck with all the time.
Anything for comfort. The little comfort for the system.
Yeah. Totally. So.
I mean, you gotta have some.
I gotta have something in my mouth.
Yes. Well, let's talk about your OnlyFans. You guys fucking on there or what?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I love that. So we could go right now and watch you two fuck.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull it up on the big screen. That's great. That's awesome.
It's kind of slowed down a little bit. I had I had a botched.
Oh yeah, you have one titty right now.
I do. I only have one.
That's crazy.
I actually have my fake one in right now, but
that's crazy. I saw you post about that.
It's also stressful.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Very stressful.
Well, I'm sure it's a fucking stressful situation. So what happens there? Tell me about that.
I had a lift and reduction 2 years ago. I always had naturally big boobs, but then I lost a lot of weight. Lifestyle changes, running the bar and shit, and my shit just pancaked out.
So 2 years ago was your first one.
That was my lift and reduction, and I did get implants with that. I got saline implants.
Wow, they're in there. Might as well.
Yeah. So I got saline and
hell yeah.
But that I wasn't happy with it. I didn't go big enough. So they weren't sitting how I wanted on my head. A ripple and a capsular.
For the record, I was happy with it.
He's like, it's just not a me thing.
Anyway,
it never is.
I had a capsular contraction anyway. So the one was kind of misshapen and it had a ripple.
It's my favorite one.
So
it had character.
The bad titty. It was riding high. It just looked weird. So this year I decided that I was gonna get them redone and I was gonna switch to silicone and also jump from I was 240 cc's.
So going from saline to silicone
and jumping from 240 cc's to 590.
God damn!
This is 590 on this side. This
looks like about 590.
240 on that side. But I wasn't supposed to have surgery until October 29th, and he was gone and traveling a lot. So they
Who you
had
see? Jax or the surgeon?
Jax, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they actually had an opening July 31st, and I was like, cool, yeah, fuck yeah, like the sooner the better, like let's do
Yeah,
it.
right. Get it done with.
And I got my surgery July 31st. Everything was great for about like 2 weeks, and then like it was all healed up. I went back to work like really quickly, and yeah, probably too quickly. But I mean, I felt fine. Like stitches looked good, everything was sealed, and I got an infection. So I went to the ER, and
Remember
I
when
spent, like,
what was it, that night we were supposed to link up? You were going to go get those antibiotics and shit. You were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she needs these
Yeah, yeah.
antibiotics.
That
So
was-
I
yeah.
remember,
yeah, I spent
That
10
was
hours
fucking livid.
in the ER.
That was at Walgreens cursing the
Right,
fucking
right,
Indian woman.
Right.
out.
So you ended up getting an infection.
Yeah. So I mean, it started with like heat, like it was hot. I was having a fever, a
It was
migraine.
a hole like that big, and I
Well,
could see the
It
implant.
became a hole that big,
Right.
But it was from the
Oh,
swelling.
wow.
It went like
So
that
like
to-
this shit swelled up like a basketball, and I was like,
Not
just,
that one.
No, this side was
Mhm.
fine, but I was like, can you like drain this shit or something?
Yeah.
But for 10 hours, that immense like pressure and shit,
should've.
it ripped my incision open again. So I had a hole.
Wow, because it was bigger than it should have been. Oh
And
wow.
the skin is just like freshly healed, like scar tissue. So that ripped open, and I did had a hole in the bottom of my titty where like you could see my implant.
That's so.
It was like
wild.
so
Was
freakish.
it painful or just
Yeah,
like?
it did. It hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
after a while, it didn't hurt at
You're like,
all,
yeah,
which
you're
was like
used to it.
so
They're like-
freaky because it looks like something out of a horror movie. I'm like, you would think this would be like really painful.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd see us that day. And
Right.
They're like, oh, we'll see you a week from now. And
Yeah,
I'm
my
like,
doctor
was on
"Excuse me,
vacation."
what?"
I can see the implant, doc.
It's right. Like it's bigger than
yeah,
my
I signed my
eyeball.
name on it.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah, it was really freaky.
I was
so.
like, well, we kept that though, and it makes as a really good lint roller, believe it or not.
yeah,
so
yeah.
they
if
so
you-
they went in and took it out.
I was awake for that.
What?
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
about
What the fuck?
2-3
I couldn't
weeks ago.
watch. I was like,
They,
What did they give you? An epidural?
a Valium.
That's it?
Yeah. I didn't feel
That's
anything.
it?
And a local anesthetic.
Yeah,
so
you
like
did
he,
all
Right.
he
yeah,
numbed it all with
true,
lidocaine.
Right.
But
Yeah, give me
that
the
was
morphine
fucking
or
wild
something,
though. Like
doc.
I'm on the table and I just have like headphones in.
I'd be like, knock me out, or I'm not.
I feel like I was
yeah,
like
same,
One,
same.
two.
Put me out.
awake
Yeah.
in an episode of Nip Tuck. Like it was
What were you listening
wild.
to?
Just classical music.
Really?
So yeah, I'm just like so fucking high on Valium. Like I look down and you know they're like cutting me
Oh
open.
my
And I was like,
God.
it's just weird to like not be able to feel it. And then they just, I just watched my titty give birth.
Did
is what
it
happened.
feel like relief to your body?
Yeah,
the time, or-
just honestly, I was really off balance for a couple days. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because like the weight difference and shit. So,
So what do they do now?
I'm just waiting for this to heal. Could be a couple months,
So
and
then
then
they fuck it up
and then
again.
I can get it put
and
back
Put
in.
it back in.
yeah. So
He
it's
gives
really
us-
fucked me up with work though, because I haven't been working
Tell
for
them
like 2
about
months.
the antibiotic that saved this one.
Yeah. So over the weekend, I woke up and, you know, like I said, I haven't worked in 2 months. So
This
I
made
was
me
excited to
fucking
pick up
angry.
for Bike Week and finally go make a little bit of money. But I had like a suture over here that was bothering me and it kept like getting caught on my clothes and shit. It's already been like a month and a half. This shit's like supposed to dissolve, right? So I showed it to him. He's like, oh, it's just a knot on one of your sutures. Don't fuck with it. I wake up on Friday morning and this shit's like red and on fire, like out of nowhere. And I'm like, of course this would happen to me because I'm wearing a bikini top, I'm out in the heat, I'm sweating, you know. So I had to rush and get an antibiotic for this. He prescribed me an antibiotic that the hospital prescribed me for this side when I had that major infection going on. And he told me, don't take that, just take amoxicillin.
Yeah.
But
It
This-
didn't. Amoxicillin didn't help.
And this thing did right away.
This thing.
This is
right away. Fucking.
4 breast infections.
Yes.
And I was like, so
Now I'm like lawsuit, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
what the fuck was
Yeah.
up with
man.
this?
when,
Yeah.
when I was
You
at
just- mental anguish.
Baltimore Washington
Yeah.
Medical
An idiot.
Center.
yeah.
Medication.
There's a lot.
Everything.
For sure.
Baltimore Washington Medical Center, when I had that infection, they prescribed me cephalexin and sulfamath. And then one of them is like basically for like
He stressed so
mastitis.
hard too. Don't take that. Don't
take
that. And I
that.
was like, seems like something we should take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything we all
Rather
the
than
research
just
we've done on it.
amoxicillin.
Yeah, why was
Seems like
so
it's
against
for a
it? I
titty.
wonder,
Or
right.
like with
Yeah.
most
Titty
skin
needs help.
infections, they'll give you.
Yeah,
I mean,
give
I'm
the
not a
titty
fucking
help.
doctor, but like
I don't want
mean,
to come back there angry. I really don't.
Yeah. But then this time around, they prescribed sulfamath, and I was like, oh, isn't this what you told me not to take the first time around?
Different
So-
sized titties are kind of fun though. No?
It was a.
I mean, I've never really experienced that differently sized titties, but it seems like different at least.
It was a good
Unique.
gimmick for the weekend. So I was the one boobied bartender.
You get a bikini top with just the one thing.
Lisa left tit. What was it? Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
But for Halloween, I might do. If we did go to Fantasy Fest, I wanted to get body painted. I was so excited to get my tits painted this year. I was like, oh, they're gonna look so good. But I have these cow pants, and I was gonna do 2 cartons of milk, so whole milk and half and half.
There you go.
Like,
There you go. That'd
like
be great.
a
at
gallon,
Fantasy
and then just
Fest.
like a pint.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought it would be a pretty fun gimmick. But,
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah.
We'll plug your OnlyFans. What's it called? Is it just
It'll
like
probably just
I'm
be-
little_K. Little K.
K-A-Y?
Yep.
Mike's already subscribed?
Trying to-
Little _K-A-Y.
Like I said, things have kind of slowed down on there a little bit, but we're trying to get something out in time for spooky season. So
Yeah, and it's there. It's not like it's
Slasher
going
film.
nowhere.
yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
big time
Scream.
slasher fan. The thing is, like, you have to be
You guys
careful.
are
Like,
in
you
the
can't
blood
really,
play.
you can't really
Wait,
have gore
you
on
know
there.
what?
But
Yeah,
He
they have
did
rules.
stab her in the implant, and that came
That
out.
was in
so
Scary
we can
Movie.
Oh,
totally
shit, I
do
forgot.
that.
I do. I have my old
That
implant.
is something
so
we can do.
That's not bad at all.
Pretty funny.
If you reenact that scene,
I
yeah,
do have
Yeah.
my old implant.
that's
so.
a hit.
That's like from Scary Movie though.
Tag
but, yeah.
Carmen Electra, like
I just,
it'd be great.
Damn, that
Tag
was Carmen
Scary Movie.
Electra.
Yeah, in the Scary Movie one,
Yeah.
where her titty came out.
Uh huh. Yeah, Scary Movie was like the first big spoof I remember.
Yeah.
Like spoof movie, just
Yeah.
complete bullshit.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you know what movie I watched the other day, and it was kind of uncomfortable watching. I don't know if I just had anxiety during the night while I was watching it. Didn't eat enough. I don't know. It's movie 43.
I never saw it.
You know,
I
with
never couldn't finish it.
no, dude, right in the beginning
When they had
the
the, balls
balls on the
chins,
chin
I was like,
on
I gotta be better.
Hugh Jackman, and
Never
he's
saw
like
it.
the whole time she's like trying to reference him like what exactly is going on here, and he's avoiding the question. He was like dipping in the soup and shit and everything. And then at the end they're like taking a group photo, and it's resting on her head for a photo that
I've never
this
seen
couple's
this.
taking.
Have
You've
people
never
with
seen it?
balls?
No, it's
Spaces?
like over
Dude,
my
it
head.
is. It's kind of hard to watch just because
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
they do that on purpose. And
Well,
it
yeah,
is-
that's good
it
art
is funny,
sometimes. Yeah.
but yeah, that was just I had to turn it off too.
Yeah,
I can't fall asleep to this. I was
There
like,
are
I
big
just
names
can't.
in it too.
You're
like,
gonna have some weird
doing
dreams.
surprising shit. You'd be like, oh shit, they're doing.
Movie 44 is much better. I heard. They upped it in the sequel. You know. Well, thanks for you guys for coming on. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for getting
Good
to talk a little bit. And
Yeah.
if I don't kill myself, I'll be here next week. Thank you. Thanks,
Ditto.
Mike. Thanks, guys.
Ditto.
If this doesn't work, I'll kill myself.
Damn.